Was tue ich mir eigentlich an? Oh Mann. Wird gut. Willkommen. So, heute dürfte auch meine Stimme weitaus angenehmer klingen. In-Game-Sound ist hoffentlich auch da. Falls also was nicht stimmen sollte, Bescheid sagen. So mit Öl. Wo waren wir denn stehen geblieben? Kapitel 5. Riverside Institut. Pierce und Officer Bradley folgten dem Eindringling zu einem geheimen Treffpunkt eines Kults in einem Höhlensystem unterhalb der Villa der Hawkins. Sie erlebten eine merkwürdige Zeremonie, die von einem äußerst lebendigen Charles Hawkins abgehalten wurde. Bradley versuchte, ihn festzunehmen, doch Hawkins, dessen Körper mutiert schien, verstümmelte den Polizisten. Bei seiner Flucht wurde Pierce durch einen Höhleneinsturz eingeschlossen und verletzt. Er wird ins Riverside Institut gebracht. Sein Zustand ist kritisch. Ja, gestern haben wir ja schon festgestellt, dass das Spiel auf jeden Fall sehr atmosphärisch ist. Was schon mal für ein Cthulhu-Szenario spricht in einem Spiel. Gameplay-technisch gab es bislang noch nicht viel. Es ist eher so, dass man bestimmte Entscheidungen trifft und die Skillung von Pierce entsprechend Möglichkeiten bietet. Oder auch nicht. Mal gucken, ob sich das noch ändert, weil ganz offensichtlich gab es auch schon eine kleine Schleichpassage. Man darf gespannt sein.
He's having a seizure.
He will survive. Strong subject.
There, he's opening his eyes.
He saved him, Fuller.
I can't get up. Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps!
Whoa, go easy, my friend.
You're dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too, we were dead! What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No! What happened to me? Where am I?
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us.
No, please. I can't leave here.
You got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
You don't understand. If I go out, he'll see me. No! No!
You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
Läuft richtig. 1924 in der Nervenheilanstalt. Das beste Szenario, was man sich wünschen kann. An dieser Stelle nochmal der Hinweis, falls mit dem Sound etwas nicht stimmen sollte, falls Mikrofon komisch klingt oder in-game zu leise ist, zu laut, bitte Bescheid geben. Erstmal husten. So, was sind wir... Ich kann es leider nicht sehen, aber ich glaube, wir sind in einer Zwangsjogge. Okay, warte, was? Aber, what? Ich humpel immer noch. Was geht hier ab? Ich möchte eigentlich gar nicht. Kann ich mich wieder hinlegen? Darf ich wieder schlafen?
They tracked and hunted me, pursued me right into their dreams. They swooped all over their maps in the wake of my lonely wanderings.
Okay. Alles klar. Das läuft richtig.
No sea is dark enough to hide the color of my blood. No wind strong enough to scatter my dreams. When the last of them rises up, you will choose. I will not be here to bear witness to it, because you will have released me. But the earth will resound to your cries, or theirs. Awaken and free me.
Ich möchte das
You
nicht.
there. Wake up. Come on, stand up. We don't have much time.
Was? Ich will hier nicht mehr sein. Meine Zwangsjacke ist weg.
Can you stand up?
Who are you?
Schon.
A friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? What do they do to the patients to make them so terrified?
I would really like to know. I only see them when they are brought up for medical treatment, for problems they didn't have before going downstairs. But this is neither the time nor the place to talk about that. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Understood.
Mein Gott.
What does this mean?
Kannst der? Du kannst nicht entkommen. erstarren, verbrenne es. Medizin.
This is no medicine.
Okay.
Why the strange symbol repeated over and over? Am I in an asylum? Sarah.
Die Gemälde sind verflucht.
What did he write about the painting?
Du kannst nicht entkommen, du kannst nicht entkommen. Er wird zu dir kommen oder dich finden.
Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors.
Okay. Oh boy. Ist da unter? No.
If I don't get out of here, I'll end up like him.
Oh, sehr schön.
Poor wretch.
Läuft richtig. Läuft. Ey, ich habe mich gerade über die eigenen Schritte erschreckt.
Dr. Colden, I would like to say that I'm surprised to see you. But
würde mich
we
gern verstecken.
all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, gentlemen, do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those two myself.
Okay. Da ich bin unfassbar scheiße in Schleichspielen.
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm gonna see if there's sleeping pills left. They've run out again upstairs.
Put a few aside for me, will you? And above all, leave the wheels where they are.
Okay. Nice.
Good God. What could this machine be used for?
Krankenakte von Francis Sanders. Laut dieser Akte litt der Patient an Psychosen. Er stach sich seine Augen in einem Tobsuchtsanfall aus. Oh ja, dann. Ist das ein elektrischer Stuhl?
This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity. Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine? The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs?
Da wird Homosexualität geheilt. Ah! What the fuck? Leide ich an Klaustrophobie da? Klaustrophobie oder was? Heilige Scheiße. Das kann ich ja echt gebrauchen.
Worse and worse.
Nein, nicht der Gidon, der Yesaja. Aber fast. Medizin.
What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation? cops know what's going on?
Das blutbefleckte Abzeichen gehört zum Polizeioffizier von Darkwater. Was hat er in den Kellerräumen des Riverside Instituts getrieben? Oh boy. Oh boy. Habe ich schon erwähnt, dass ich furchtbar scheiße in Schleichspielen bin? Kann ich mich da reinsetzen? Lieber nicht.
This is madness. Are they seriously thinking of transmitting the properties of this meat by electric current?
Okay.
What will happen if I increase the current to the limit?
Wird gut.
I can still increase the load. I can still increase the load. I can still increase the load.
Ach, hier, oder? Nee. Oh. Aber wo? Dort?
Have I activated anything? It's an ammeter. I didn't expect to see one on this little rock.
Ah, okay. Ich gehe nochmal kurz außen rum. Vielleicht ist hier noch was. Buh. Kanada. Ah, noch so ein Schrank zum Verstecken.
That Dr. Fuller again.
Ein Dokument, das bescheinigt, dass Irene Sanders, die Ehefrau von Francis Sanders, ihrem Mann nach Anzeichen schweren Wahnsinns hat einweisen lassen. Francis Sanders war der sich die Augen ausgestochen hat. Ich hätte die Tür vielleicht zumachen sollen.
Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods.
Nix drin. Auch nix drin. Auf dem Tisch ist auch nix.
Sarah Hawkins. She was a patient here.
Sarah Hawkins wurde einige Zeit vor ihrem Tod aufgrund ihrer Warnanfälle in Riverside interniert. Das Feuer in der Villa war nicht ihr erster Versuch. Oh boy. Da ist nix. Hier ist auch nichts. Da hatten wir, glaube ich, schon reingeguckt.
Anatomy, anthropology, nothing surprising.
War vermutlich sich umzubringen. Gutes Versteck direkt hinter Gittern. Ja, möglich.
It's done. Now for the others.
Oh. Nein. Nein, 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 nein. Da kriegen wir Klaustrophobie drin. Oh shit. Hey, yo, boy.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, not 6. 4, 5. Just got a few days to go. Yeah, that's it. 4 days at most. No more. Perhaps less.
Alles klar.
I think I got the right date. My calculations are always right.
Eine Irrenanstalt, in der man irre wird. Ich glaube, ich brauche nicht weiter sprechen. Ah! Fucking faggot! Verpiss dich. Hau ab! Gott. Ah, man könnte auch einfach dem Kabel folgen. Ich warte, bis er hier nochmal lang gegangen ist. Ja, die Textur vom Fisch sieht tatsächlich scheiße aus, aber vom Rest, wenn man sich mal so die Atmosphäre hier anschaut, ist das tatsächlich ziemlich ordentlich. Nee, ich glaube, das Fenster war schon kaputt. Ich bin mir aber nicht sicher. But who knows? Fucking faggot! Tastatur.
What is welling up inside me? I feel it in my head and in my body. He roars and swells and has strength of oceans. Its waves rise and crash, leaving behind them only
If I do not stop, he does not catch me. If he does not catch me, I do not sleep.
I do not see him. I do not hear him. He does not call me. He does not call. He calls me.
You. Yeah, you there. Come here. I don't know what you're doing there, but you don't seem to be friends with the nurses. I can help you. Help me, and I'll owe you one.
Du könntest die Wache da hinten ablenken.
What do you want?
Sleep. That's all.
Sleep? You don't want to leave?
No. Have you seen the storm that's brewing? I'm fine here. Except for one problem.
You want sleeping pills, right?
Yeah. And in exchange, I can make noise. Lots of noise.
You'll draw the guards to your cell to allow me to escape.
So, you in? Find something to make me sleep, and I'll take care of the guards for you.
Is it the noise that disturbs you?
No, it's the nightmares. We all have them here. That's what wakes us up. And afterwards, there's no way to get back to sleep.
I'll find you some pills.
Go look in the storage room. There must be sleeping pills there.
Und wo ist das Storage Room? Du Mad Boy.
Locked.
Nein.
Exactly what I need.
Eigentlich dürften es ja nur die 2 Wachen sein. Wenn man dem Doku trauen kann. Hon. Ich gebe mir alle Mühe, nicht zu sterben. Das Spiel macht es mir nicht leicht. Ich glaube, bevor ich den Dietrich da abbreche... Okay, doch nicht nur zu zweit. Brechen wir den Dietrich ab. Ah, oder doch nicht.
Perfect.
Ist ja nur dunkel wie ein Bärenarsch hier. Diese Musik hilft kein bisschen.
Control wheel to mount on a plumbing system.
Das suche ich aber nicht.
With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape.
Ich habe das Gefühl, diese Musik kommt, wenn eine Wache in der Nähe ist. Bevor ich den Dietrich da abbreche, renne ich der Wache in die Hände. Ja. Yesaja spielt Schleichspiele. 101. Okay. Hier muss es doch Schlafpillen geben, verfickte Scheiße. Ach, das ist nicht alles. Wo gehst du lang? Okay. Die Lichteffekte sind sehr gut gemacht, muss ich mal sagen.
Where do they keep their sleeping pills?
Sprich doch noch ein bisschen lauter.
Scopolamine, morphine, opium. Nothing but common drug. My new friend's sleeping pills.
Medizin des 19. Jahrhunderts. Oh, wie gern hätte ich ein Brecheisen. Hey, boy.
I've got what you want.
Show me!
There. And remember, they don't come for free.
Don't you worry, you'll have your diversion. Go on now, go hide yourself. The crows! They're everywhere! Make them go away! Nurse! Nurse! Help me! Help me!
Shut up.
What carnage.
Oh ja, wer im Weltkrieg gedient hat, ne? Der macht sowas hier nichts mehr aus.
Theoretically, I've only got one lever to push.
Yo, hold up. Ja, wann werden wir in unserem Pen and Paper eigentlich in so ein nettes Etablissement gebracht, wo wir dann separat entfliehen dürfen? Echt? Diese Drache dreht durch. So, das sollte... Nein, halt, Moment. Das war gelb und rot. Wo geht grün hin? Ah. Hä? Oh, danke. Danke. Das habe ich jetzt gebraucht. Diese fucking Geräusche. Master of Stelz. Junge. Wo muss ich denn hin? Keine Schritte. Waren wieder meine eigenen. Ja, ich bin absolut nicht für Horror- und Schleichspiele gemacht. Das ist gerade mein persönlicher Albtraum. Okay, die stehen am Exit. Oh boy.
It's locked.
Fuck off. Ich nehme mal stark an, wir müssen da rein. Diese Musik hilft nicht.
The green gas leaves from here and it runs through the whole building.
Okay, da muss ich wieder Schlösser knacken. Ja, mit einer Box wäre das hier alles einfacher. What the fuck?
This valve controls the pressure.
Damit kann ich es wahrscheinlich deaktivieren.
Now for the next step.
Okay. Das machen wir mal noch nicht. Notiz an das Personal. Dr. Faller. Ich habe Ihre Maschine bestmöglich repariert. Die Rohrleitungen sind allerdings beschädigt und ich fürchte, dass Gas austritt. In einer so kurzen Zeit kann ich nicht mehr schaffen. Ich möchte Sie nur warnen. Wird die Ausrüstung zu stark beansprucht, besteht die Gefahr einer Explosion. Oh lol! Ich kann das Ding hier in die Luft jagen, aber... Ich habe keinen
It's
Bolzenschneider.
impossible to break this chain with my bare hands. A duct.
Sieht gut aus. Boah, ich werde mich hier noch selbst in die Luft jagen. Ich verziehe mich dabei. Mitteilung an das Personal. Der Vorfall der letzten Woche verursachte erhebliche Schäden an der Infrastruktur und führte zu einem Stopp der laufenden Experimente. Das ist inakzeptabel. Mit sofortiger Wirkung müssen die Räder zur Regelung der Gashähne nach jeder Benutzung im Lagerraum aufbewahrt werden. Außerdem müssen Sie die Verwendungsliste auf dem aktuellen Stand halten. Dr. Faller. Brevarium der Medizin. Dieser schwere Band ist der erste in einer Reihe von 3 Bänden und ist das Hauptnachschlagewerk jedes erfahrenen Mediziners. Er enthält alle jüngste Forschung in der Medizin. Häufig wird dieses Buch in Bibliotheken der großen medizinischen Universitäten gefunden. Eine Ausgabe an einem abgelegenen Ort wie Darkwater zu finden, ist ungewöhnlich. Ha, noch ein Bad. Interessant. Das war gerade mehr Zufall als alles andere. Aber wir wollen uns ja nicht beschweren. Okay, Moment. War das Titel da drin? Nein, halt. Ich bin so verwirrt. Diese Musik ist nicht hilfreich. Ich habe auch keinen Bock, mich schnell zu bewegen. Wahrscheinlich könnte ich das schon lange, aber ich habe Schiss.
Perfect.
Hallo Habibis. Da ist der letzte Schalter für die Elektrizitätsmaschine. Das ist zum Verstecken. What's this? Nö. Nö, 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 nö. Nee, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Not gonna happen.
All the levers are activated.
Ah, das letzte Rad müsste ich wahrscheinlich da drin anbringen. Da ich aber den Bolzenschneider nicht gefunden oder nicht mitgenommen habe, wahrscheinlich habe ich das Brecheisen gebraucht. Hat sich das auch schon wieder erledigt. Kann ich die Frage... Ich frage mich gerade, Käsebecher hat was Interessantes angesprochen. Nee, ich kann das Opium selber nicht nehmen. Irgendwas, was mir die visuellen Effekte so ein bisschen wegnimmt. Wäre schon ganz nice. Nice Sache. Ich habe, ehrlich gesagt, keine Ahnung, in welche Richtung ich rennen soll, wenn ich hier erst einmal den Strom ausgestellt hat. Okay, gehen wir das mal durch. Ich mache den Strom aus. Vom Exit sind 2 Wachen, die kommen hier rein. Wenn ich schnell genug bin, komme ich raus und verstecke mich einfach hinter der Säule. Das dürfte reichen. Vielleicht sogar dahinter noch. Das heißt, ich renne einfach hier hinter der Säule entlang zum Empfang. Wenn ich auf die andere Seite renne, kommt bestimmt die Patrouille angerannt. Wir versuchen das mit dem Eingang. Oh boy.
That should draw the attention of the guards. I should hide.
Damn it. What's going on?
I'll go take a look.
Hi, Francis. What up, boy?
Doctor, is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
Ich habe nicht genug Medizin.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want them. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. No, don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
No! Sanders! What the hell? I gotta... Okay.
This is insane.
What killed him? Damn! The gas! Oh, my head.
Later. We need to move on.
Hä? Was? Kapitel 6, Villa der Hawkins. Pierce erwachte in einer Anstalt im Keller des Riverside-Instituts. Dort traf er auf Dr. Colden, eine Freundin von Bradley, die ihm zur Flucht verhalf. Er durchstreifte den Ort, an dem Dr. Fuller uneingeschränkt herrscht, und konnte mit einem Mann namens Francis Sanders sprechen. Bevor er vor den Augen des Detektivs starb, beschuldigte er Sarah Hawkins als Grund für seine Qualen. Schließlich verließ Pierce gemeinsam mit Bradley und Colden das verfluchte Gebäude. Die drei Verbündeten beschließen, in der Villa der Hawkins Unterschlupf zu suchen. Digga, was? Oh mein Gott! Ja, Benjamin, du darfst mich gern zitieren. Hä? Oh mein Gott. Kuckuck.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Ich will an die frische Luft, bevor ich einen Drink will, bitte. Ich habe genug von Gebäuden.
That is precisely why I'll find evidence. You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Cole
Ich aber
have to say
nicht.
about all this.
Ich aber nicht.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I found a Darkwater PD badge. Lost a colleague recently?
What the...
Bradley.
Ethan?
I'm all right. I just had a... It's gone.
You're sure?
If it's important, it'll come back. But I can't explain why Dr. Fuller would have that badge.
The man's a danger, believe me.
What can we do, Pierce?
You two know each other pretty well.
It's a tiny island. Everyone knows everyone. Especially since I'm a police officer and Marie's a doctor.
The chemistry is obvious.
I do seem a little bit stupid, don't I? Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital, and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller. And a nurse. Blood. Everywhere. My legs. The pain. I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course. He's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Ich bin bei der Sache bei Bradley, muss ich sagen.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Lieber wahnsinnig werden, als unwissend zu sein.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Scheiße, mein Leben. Zwei Bücher haben uns gefehlt. Na gut. Werden wir doch kein angesehener Arzt, wa? Ich möchte raus. Kapitel 6. Wohnsitz der Sanders. Pierce, Colden und Bradley beschlossen, den Fall Sarah Hawkins gemeinsam zu lösen. Sie haben eine neue Spur, der sie nachgehen. Francis Sanders, ein Kunstsammler und Freund der Malerin, der direkt vor Pierce starb. Der Detektiv geht zu dessen Haus, um mit seiner Witwe über den Schlurfer zu sprechen, den der Mann vor seinem Tod erwähnte. Oh mein Gott. Oh. Lasst uns wahnsinnig werden.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other?
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker.
Ich mag die Augenbewegung, die sie gemacht hat. Sie hat weiterhin...
This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
Cat hat die ganze Zeit Pierce beobachtet und wir als Pierce natürlich sie. Oh boy.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday. I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Er starb schreiend direkt auf meine Augen.
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Redegewandtheit haben wir nicht.
So ask Fuller, he's the eminent doctor. But I would caution you, you'll find his treatments more terrifying than the illnesses he sets out to cure.
That churl no longer takes the trouble to receive me. He sends his secretary to tell me that I cannot see Francis. Me. His own widow. He must think that I am a terrible wife for having abandoned him in such a way. But I only wanted what was best for him.
I'm not here to condemn you, Mrs. Sanders.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
Nein.
It is my only lead at this stage.
Nein. Nein.
I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Nein.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Also, ja, ich hab auch den Verdacht, dass sie eine Hexe ist, aber das ist weniger das Problem. Das Hauptproblem ist, dass Francis Sanders uns ganz eindeutig gewarnt hat, dass wenn wir es anschauen, es uns sieht. Was passiert also, wenn wir dieses Gemälde betrachten? Ich nehme mal an, das Spiel zwingt mich jetzt, dieses Gemälde anzuschauen, aber allein von der Logik her würde ich dieses Gemälde nicht anschauen wollen.
Did she really care for him after all?
Ablehnungsschreiben. Sehr geehrte Dame, ich bestätige den Empfang Ihres Schreibens, indem Sie den Leichnam Ihres verstorbenen Mannes verlangen. Leider muss ich Ihnen mitteilen, dass ich Ihnen seinen Leichnam nicht auswendigen kann. Bei seiner Einweisung unterzeichneten Sie eine Einverständniserklärung, die mir erlaubt, den Körper nach eigenem Ermessen zu beseitigen. Ich möchte Ihnen mein tiefstes Beileid aussprechen. Thomas Fuller.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Reicht dieses Foto nicht? Müssen wir wirklich das Gemälde sehen? Okay.
A house of artists. A house of artists.
Danke, Pierce. Darauf wäre ich nie gekommen. Psychologie.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
Vielleicht sogar mehr.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
Psychologie.
She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel? Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
Eifersüchtig oder wusste sie, was das Gemälde bewirkt? What?
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Ich will aber nicht! Medizin! Ich will nicht! Bisschen gespielt. Oh boy. Kann ich nicht einfach gehen? Komm, ich gehe jetzt einfach. Ah, Mami. Interdusting. Kalinka, Kalinka, Kalinka. Ich will nicht, aber ich muss.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Eine Tonaufzeichnung, die Francis Sanders seiner Frau Irene gelassen hat. Ich spüre es einfach mal ab, Irene, ja?
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take anymore. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
Ich muss den Takt nochmal hören.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take anymore.
Nennt mich Privatdetektiv Yesaja.
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Kunst und Mystik, vergessene Objekte ist eine von Francis Sanders verfasste Sammelschrift. Darin katalogisiert und kategorisiert er Gegenstände aller Altersgruppen und Ursprünge, die mit okkulten oder mystischen Praktiken in Verbindung stehen. Er ist auf der Seite eines Dolches mit einem mir unbekannten Symbol geöffnet. Okkultismusfortschritt. Noch 3 Punkte. Schnauzekäsewein.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Ein altes Amulett, vermutlich indianischen Ursprungs. Ich frage mich, welchen Zweck es hat. Okkultismusfortschritt. Der Wal und der Dorsch.
I could use one of those.
Wem wurden sie verschrieben?
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Brief von Sarah Hawkins. Lieber Francis, ich bitte dich, die Hoffnung aufzugeben, jemals dieses verfluchte Gemälde zu besitzen. Wenn du unserer Freundschaft auch den kleinsten Funken Bedeutung zuschreibst, dann erspare mir die Last der Schuld. Ich kann nicht die Schöpferin deines Untergangs sein. Ich bitte dich, mein liebster Freund, vergiss den Schlurfer. Deine Freundin Sarah Hawkins. Oh boy, ey.
An old diary.
In dieser Ausgabe geht es um Reverend Wickwoods Gemeinde. Seine Frau beschreibt ihre Sorgen über die seltsamen Träume, die die Gemeinde des Reverends seit ihrer Ankunft heimsuchen. Einige Mitglieder der Gemeinde und auch ihr Ehemann begannen, von ihrer Vision eines von Gott gesandten Boten zu sprechen. Sie hat Angst, dass sie das gleiche Schicksal erleiden wie der verlorene Stamm. Wir knacken das jetzt! Dissertation über eine Anatomiefrage. Eine gebundene Ausgabe einer studentischen Arbeit. Obwohl die Beobachtungen relevant sind, fehlt die Expertise eines erfahrenen Arztes. Mit den gestellten Fragen können wir uns aber neue Wege vorstellen, die menschliche Anatomie zu erforschen. Damit dürften wir... Nein! Ein Punkt fehlt. Das Buch lesen. Nein. Das wird dein Schicksal verändern. What? Cat? What the fuck? Easy. Schlüssel zur Sanders Gallery. Lesen wir das Buch? Was ist das überhaupt? Meller Bestiarium. Oh, das klingt toll.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
I found this drawing of a dagger. Did you come across anything like it in your reading?
Perhaps. I saw several daggers in the ledgers. I could always check. What I didn't find, however, was the slightest reason why I should help you, Detective.
I don't need your services. I can manage all on my own, thanks.
Do it then.
Da sagt er, ich soll das Buch lesen und geht erstmal AFK. Dann warten wir noch kurz. Ich glaube, wir können gar nicht viel anderes machen. Was ist Ihre Rolle?
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Okay. Interessant, interessant. Okay. Ich glaube, es gab tatsächlich nicht viel mehr. Dann lesen wir mal das Buch. Oh boy. Malleus Bestiarium, Band 2. Es ist eine Art Lexikon monströser und unbekannter Kreaturen. Langsam fange ich noch an zu glauben, dass sie wirklich existieren. Danke, danke. Danke. Noch ein Punkt. wir mal. Oh boy.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times. These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Da hinten ist es.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Die Runen kennen wir. Warum? Nee. 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 Ich will nicht.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Es ist ein Raum zum Verstecken und ein Raum, wo ich mein Öl auffüllen kann. Was glaubst du passiert, wenn ich das Gemälde jetzt gleich angucke? What? Zeichnung eines Dolchs. Mit weit weniger Talent gesegnet als Sarah Hawkins zeichnete Sanders einen verdreht aussehenden Dolch bis ins kleinste Detail. Den Handschutz ziert ein merkwürdiges esoterisches Symbol, das in seiner Korrespondenz mit Sarah öfter auftaucht. Nicht angucken!
What the hell was that?
Das ist nicht schön. Ich habe schwitzige Hände. Es geht mir nicht gut. Okay, das war wahrscheinlich dumm. Ich kann das nicht, Leute. Ich kann das nicht. What?
I can't even touch him.
Shit! Shit! Ah! Ja, ich bin dead.
What the hell was that?
Okay.
I can't even touch it.
Nein, bringt es nicht. Was soll ich tun? Was soll ich tun? Was ist der Plan? Soll ich das Gemälde verbrennen? Ich würde es gerne verbrennen, aber wahrscheinlich lässt mich das Spiel nicht.
What the hell was that? Ich brauche eine Pause, es tut mir furchtbar. Ich bin für diese Scheißspiele nicht gemacht.
Ich bin einfach nicht gemacht für diese Spiele. Ich will einfach nur aus diesem Raum raus. Mir geht's nicht gut. Mir geht's wirklich nicht gut. Mir ist schlecht. Ich habe 4 schon gespielt. Ich habe auch schon Dead Space 1 gespielt. Okay. Ich habe auch Schmerzen. Ah, fuck. Oh Gott, ey. Ich will, dass es aufhört.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Auf das Vieh oder auf die Tür oder auf das Gemälde? Ich habe nur einen Versuch. Weil wenn ich jetzt hier rausgehe, findet's mich. Ich habe nur einen einzigen Versuch. Zersteche ich das Gemälde? Na, das hat schon mal nicht funktioniert. Fuck! Nein, ich glaube... Es gab 3 Dolche, wenn ich mich nicht irre. Das war der eine. Dann in dem Nebenraum war auch einer. Oh Gott. Okay, das heißt, wir müssen... Da, wo das Vieh gerade rauskam, da, wo es uns drin verfolgt hat. Und es müsste jetzt in diesen Raum kommen. Aber ich kann halt nicht so lange warten, bis es wieder rausgeht, weil ich vorher eine Panikattacke kriege. Ich muss aber in den anderen Raum, muss dort den Dolch holen. Es macht fast schon mehr Sinn, neu zu laden und dann halt schnell dorthin zu schleichen. Weil es spawnt ja, wenn ich das richtig im Kopf habe, bei dem nutzlosen Dolch, in Anführungszeichen. Also ich werde es versuchen. Ich werde versuchen, darüber zu kommen, aber ich glaube fast nicht, dass das klappt. Bist du hier? Ich sehe null. Wirklich null. Turbopanik? Fick dich! Gib mir das! Von wo kommst du? Von da. Komm schon! Damn it!
I have to use a specific dagger.
Welchen?
This dagger looks different.
Komm schon! Komm schon! What the fuck? What?
What's the matter with you?
Willst du mich
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
It's nothing. I think I just drank too much.
That goes without saying. If you can't tell the difference between reality and fiction, then you're in real trouble.
I ran, screamed, broke a pane of glass. You were in the next room and you didn't hear a thing.
If I hadn't heard a thing, I'd still be in the other room. The door was blocked. I got in as soon as I could. I like to look after my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He...
Na komm schon, lade. Ich will das Bild allen zeigen. Okay, OBS kackt rum. Moment. Komm, schließ dich. Ich während der gesamten Szene gerade eben. Laut Käsebein.
He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
The creature, this dagger, was the only weapon capable of pushing it back. If Hawkins was trying to get rid of this shambler, she might have made contact with Drake. This antique dealer has a good knowledge of the occult. I have nothing to lose by meeting him.
You've got your spunk back. Go where you want. I'm staying here to talk business with Irene.
Kapitel 7. Die namenlose Buchhandlung. Der Schlurfer erwies sich als viel mehr als nur ein von Sarah Hawkins gemaltes Kunstwerk. Eine riesige Kreatur entstieg dem Gemälde, um Pierce anzugreifen. Nach einem erbitterten Kampf schaffte es der Detektiv, das Monster wieder in das Gemälde zu verbannen. Später entdeckte er, dass der von ihm im Kampf benutzte Dolch von Algernon Drake, dem Besitzer der namenlosen Buchhandlung, an Sanders verkauft wurde. Pierce beschließt, dem Laden einen Besuch abzustatten. Weißt du? Nicht nur Pierce verliert seine geistige Gesundheit, ich auch. Ich auch. Oh, nice. Gott, das ist ja das, was Frank und Konsorten erlebt haben, der reizte Kindergarten.
Where's the bookseller? An old diary.
Der Reverend ernannte sich selbst zum Propheten. Er wies Gott zurück und verehrte ein merkwürdiges heidnisches Wesen in monströser Gestalt. Seine Frau wollte ihn zur Vernunft bringen, aber ihre Mühe war vergebens. Er war überzeugt, dass er auf die Stimme in seinem Kopf hören müsse, weil sie die Wahrheit sprach. Man kann das nicht sehen, aber meine Hände zittern und ich habe kalten Schweiß an den Fingern. Es ist
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Sigmund Freud verfasste dieses Handbuch für Psychologen. Darin beschreibt er die Techniken zur analytischen Deutung von Träumen. Die Analyse muss mehreren Regeln folgen, insbesondere denen der freien Assoziation, die Freud Ende des 19. Jahrhunderts veröffentlichte. Träume werden als Wege zur Offenbarung verborgener Wünsche interpretiert. Ich bezweifle, dass diese Theorie auf meine Albträume anwendbar ist. Medizinkunde, Fortschritt. Hä, willst du mich verarschen? Da stand, wir hatten noch vorhin nur noch einen CP. Wahrscheinlich ist damit einfach hier dieser Fortschrittsbalken gemeint. Wir haben 2 CP zur Verfügung. Darkwater History, Harry Campbell, Volume 2. Eine puritanische Kolonie, angeführt von Reverend John Wigwood, ließ sich im 17. Jahrhundert auf der Insel nieder. Die Kolonisten nannten die Insel Darkwater aufgrund der dunklen Färbung des Meeres, die ihrer Meinung nach von der eigenartigen Farbe der Felsen rings um die Insel stammt. Sie errichteten die ersten Gebäude, darunter das Hawkins-Anwesen, die Kirche und den Friedhof. Die wenigen Dokumente und handschriftlichen Notizen, die sie hinterließen, sprechen von Albträumen und abartigen Verhaltensweisen. Sie verschwanden zu Beginn des 18. Jahrhunderts. Oh, schön, eine Lampe. Lampenöl meine ich. Darkwater History, Harry Campbell, Volume 4. Im 19. Jahrhundert, als die amerikanische Walfangindustrie ihren Höhepunkt im Rest der Welt erreichte, verschwanden die Wale allmählich aus den Gewässern um Darkwater. Das Phänomen wird noch rätselhafter, da die Gegend bis dato einen beliebten Rückzugsort für die Wale darstellte. 1847 kehrte die Scylla nach mehreren Monaten der Jagd mit einem gewaltigen Wesen an Bord in den Hafen zurück. Die Besatzung behauptet, das Ungeheuer habe die verschwundenen Wale gefressen. Nach einer Nacht heftiger Kämpfe gelang es den überlebenden Seeleuten, die Bestie auf das Walfangschiff zu ziehen. Das war der große Fang, wer sich noch erinnern kann. Breviarium im Medizinbuch 3. Noch vor einigen Jahren konnte ein einzelner Mediziner sämtliches Wissen seiner Zeit studieren. Dieses Buch schließt die Reihe ab und zeigt, dass es mittlerweile praktisch unmöglich ist. Etwa 10 renommierte Ärzte haben zu der Zusammenstellung dieser Sammlung beigetragen. Wir sind jetzt ein Profi in Medizin.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers placed truth on the same footing as a religion.
Diese tibetischen Schriften sind der Ursprung der esoterischen Bewegung, die Ende des 19. Jahrhunderts von Helena Blavatsky begründet wurde. Die Schöpferin der Theosophie hätte großen Nutzen aus den Texten dieses Werkes ziehen können, aber niemand konnte je auf sie zurückgreifen. Ich dachte, sie würden nicht existieren. Dieses Buch in der namenlosen Buchhandlung auf Darkwater entdeckt, könnte gefälscht sein, aber genauso gut auch ein unwiderlegbarer Beweis für Blavatsky's Aufrichtigkeit. Okkultismus. Jetzt sind wir auch ein Profi. Handbook on Anatomy Intersection. Genauso präzise und detailreich illustriert wie das erste Band konzentriert sich dieses Buch auf Heiloperationen im Bereich von Fehlbildung und motorischen Störungen. Das Buch lesen. Wir stecken schon so tief in der Scheiße. Das geht eh nicht mehr zurück.
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Maleus Bestiarium. Wir hatten Volume 2 in der Villa gelesen. Das ist der Schlurfer. What the fuck? Diese Sammlung katalogisiert und klassifiziert Wesen, von denen ich noch nie gehört habe. Gottheiten von den Sternen, Wesen, die durch Dimensionen reisen können. Das Buch präsentiert sich als Nachschlagewerk zu mythischen Kreaturen, ohne zu benennen, um welchen Mythos es sich handelt. Die Seiten sind mit phantasmagorischen Bildern illustriert. Dies wird dein Schicksal verändern. Sag bloß.
What happened here?
Nein, mythisch sind sie definitiv nicht mehr.
Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work. To whom does this footprint belong? No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then?
Ich sehe nix. Dunkel wie ein Bärenarsch. Oh, schön, Gemälde.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Oh, dieser Hasenbau nimmt kein Ende.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Akte zum Schlüssel vom Relay. Dieser Schlüssel, der das Symbol der Alten trägt, ist das einzige, das deine Psyche schützen kann. Er hat die Form eines zylindrischen Medaillons, das an einer schweren Kette hängt. Vor Hunderten von Jahren wurden der Stern und der Ast, die die Kräfte der großen Alten zurückdrängen sollen, darauf eingraviert. Alles deutet darauf hin, dass Charles Hawkins ihn dem Vorbesitzer, einem ägyptischen Antiquitätenhändler, gestohlen hat. Das Datum von Zeitungsausschnitten, die das Vergehen meldeten, stimmt mit den Daten von Hawkins' letzter Reise nach Kairo überein. Es bleibt abzuwarten, ob er den wahren Nutzen des Schlüssels kennt. Versuche ihn zu finden. Anatomie und Dissektion. Oh, ich habe vergessen vorzulesen. Tut mir leid. Sorry. Ja, man braucht einen starken Magen, weil da sehr detailreich aufgezeichnet wurde.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Drakes Memoiren. Eine Seite scheint hier versteckt zu sein. Darauf steht: Wenn jemand diese Memoiren findet, besteht kein Zweifel daran, dass ich mich in ernsthaften Schwierigkeiten befinde. Meine letzte und einzige Hoffnung ist, dass mein Körper und meine Knochen sich noch in dieser Ebene der Wirklichkeit befinden, sodass sie gefunden und verbrannt werden können. Die Totenurne muss meiner lieben Mutter gegeben werden, sofern sie noch lebt. Die folgende Nachricht ist von größter Bedeutung. Wer diese Zeilen liest und denselben geistigen Scharfsinn besitzt wie ich, kann Zugang zu meinem wertvollsten Besitz erlangen. Er liegt in meinem Tresor und die Kombination ist in 3 Walzen versteckt. Jede davon befindet sich dort, wo sich Leben und Studien in der Welt Griechenlands vereinen. Jede Walze ist nummeriert, auch wenn ein berühmter Autor sagte, die Ordnung ist die Lust der Vernunft, aber die Unordnung ist die Wonne der Fantasie. Und in der Tat muss ich trotz meiner Vorliebe für organisiertes Chaos zugeben, dass am Ende meist die Vernunft siegt. Sollte eine Person, oder eher ein Genie, meinem Intellekt entsprechen und die Kombination für den Safe entschlüsseln, so bitte ich darum, dass der Inhalt zur sicheren Aufbewahrung meinem Freund und Kollegen Professor Armitage an der Miskatonic University übergeben wird. Ah! Entschuldigung. What? Der Inhalt dieses Tresors ist nicht nur ein riesiger Wissensschatz, sondern auch eine Waffe, die viel zu gefährlich ist, als dass er in die falschen Hände geraten dürfte. Ich hoffe, dass Sie die Gefahren erkennen, die der Inhalt darstellt und entsprechend handeln. In jedem Fall kann ich Sie weder führen, noch werde ich die Konsequenzen Ihres Handelns erleben können. Ich habe keine Ahnung, was der Mann da gefaselt hat. Oh boy. Wird gut. Wird richtig gut. Es läuft richtig hier. Läuft richtig, richtig gut, Mann! Ich habe mich umentschieden. Ich möchte am Freitag doch kein Cthulhu spielen.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Die Arkham-Anthologie Band 1, Uralinda. Ein altes friesisches Manuskript, übersetzt von William R. Sandbach. Im Text wird behauptet, dass in ferner Vergangenheit Europa und andere Kontinente von den Müttern dieses Volkes kontrolliert wurden und dass außerdem unser Alphabet aus der friesischen Sprache stammt. Dieser Band ist Teil der Arkham-Anthologie, einer wertvollen Sammlung von Abhandlungen und Arbeiten über Esoterik und das Übernatürliche.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Okay.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Things that should not be. Eine Sammlung von Aufsätzen über amerikanischen Folklore und urbane Legenden, geschrieben von Albert Wilmarth, Professor an der Miskatonic University. Dieser Band ist Teil der Arkham-Anthologie, einer wertvollen Sammlung von Abhandlungen und Arbeiten über Esoterik und das Übernatürliche.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Verfasst von Hermes Trismegistus, das klingt doch griechisch, übersetzt und bearbeitet von Nathaniel and Coppelius. Diese Sammlung von Schriften zu verschiedenen Glaubensrichtungen wurde von einem legendären Philosophen verfasst. Sie enthält eine Übersetzung der Tabula Smaragdina, einer unter Alchemisten des 16. Jahrhunderts berühmten Schrift. Dieser Band ist Teil der Arkham-Anthologie,
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Key of Solomon. Ein Zauberbuch, das angeblich vom legendären König Salomon geschrieben wurde. Es enthält verschiedene Rituale der Anrufung und Fluchrituale. Neuauflage von Claudia D. Waits, basierend auf dem Original von Henry de Lawrence. Dieser Band ist
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Der Schlüssel Solomon. Auch von Lawrence. Oder habe ich das jetzt?
Arkham Editions.
Ah.
Never heard of him.
Azathoth and Other Horrors. Eine Gedichtsammlung von Edward Pickman Derby, auch als Albtraumlyrik bekannt. Diese Sammlung von Gedichten wurde bei ihrer Veröffentlichung 1908 mit Begeisterung aufgenommen. Derby war zu der Zeit erst 18 Jahre alt. Okay. Analytisch an die Sache rangehen.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Es geht nur um die Arkham-Trilogie. Okay. Falsche Taste. Ey, wir sind stabil. Oh, wir haben einen Mythos verpasst, so wie es aussieht. Okay. Okay. Dass das rechts abgekattet ist, ist ein bisschen gay. Toll, ich kann's. Ich will den Text hier links haben. Jedenfalls ist es nummeriert.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Aber ich kann
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Theophilus Whitebridge. Das müsste Teil 1 sein. 6. Nein, es war 6.
Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions.
Ja, halt
How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
Italien.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Gibt's vielleicht noch mehr? Ah.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Oh, hatte doch nichts mit den Büchern zu tun. Ich habe euer alle Zeit verschwendet. Tut mir furchtbar leid. Ich bin dumm. Wo war denn das Grammophon? War das im Hauptraum oder war das hier? Da. War mir doch so.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Was?
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Das klingt wie aus der Legende von King Arthur, aber okay.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham Editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection?
Okay, jede Walze gehört zu einem Band. Azathoth ist mit darunter. Und Azathoth, also die 9 kommt als letztes. Falsch. So. Das war doch Band 9, oder?
Drake talked about a particular volume.
9. 9 als letztes.
The Queen has little protection. The Queen has little protection.
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Rote Tropfen wie Edelsteine in Gold.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
Vorhersagen.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Das muss man auf 2 oder 4. Zweite Walze.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Ich versuche darin eine Zahl zu erkennen, aber es könnte eine sehr merkwürdige 3 sein, ja.
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
Dinge, die nicht sein sollen. Die noch stehen. merkwürdige 3. Genau genommen ist es nur eine Klammer zu. Okay, those of us who are still standing. Oh boy, bin ich gut in Rätsel
So these are the
spielen.
volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
Moment. Geht es hier vielleicht nur um das Buch?
So these are the volumes that
Also
Drake
nur um
was
die
talking
9?
about in his message.
Warum geht es dann bei 1? Edelstein. Wenn das hier die zweite Zahl ist, dann fehlt noch 3. Für 3 Bauern, die raus sind. Okay. Also ist, aber was? Edelstein. Blut. 1? Aber den Einbruch hat er ja nicht vorhergesehen. Ich bin so verwirrt. Hüge. Ich versuche es mit 1. 1, 2, 0. Nein. Ja, 3 wird schon richtig sein. Brute Force. Oh, das sieht super aus. Ich möchte... Oh nein. Ich hasse dich. Ich will weg von diesem Gemälde. Ich will weg aus diesem Raum. Okay. Kapitel 8 Riverside Institut. In der namenlosen Buchhandlung verfolgte Pierce die Spur eines versuchten Einbruchs. Er entdeckte, dass Charles Hawkins hinter dem Einbruch steckte. Pierce öffnete den Tresor des Buchhändlers und fand, was dieser und Sarah Hawkins darin aufbewahrt hatten. Ein in Menschenhaut gebundenes Buch lag im Tresor und zog den Detektiv unwiderstehlich an. Als er es öffnete, wurde sein Geist in einen anderen Körper projiziert. Wir haben gerade das Necronomicon gefunden. Geil. Geil, geil, geil. Und ansonsten alle noch am Leben? Boy, oh boy.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty, yet again.
Again? But there was enough for the whole island.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Very well. I'll examine him. 30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
Der wird ein Oktopus.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
His limbs? His body temperature? I don't know what experiments you've undertaken, but this is going too far.
Oh, I sense some excitement beneath your indignation. Could it be you wish to join me in my scientific endeavors?
You are a brilliant physician, Dr. Fuller, but this man has the attributes of some kind of animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Wir sind nicht Piers, wir sind jemand anderes.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects. Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands. Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Wenn man mal bedenkt, dass diese Schmerzen einen erwachsenen Mann zum Schreien und zum Weinen bringen, läuft richtig. Läuft richtig.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
The one that hides the smuggling business.
Oh no, not them. They don't go on that side of the island. Everyone in his place. The captain on one side, Cat on the other, and me. Well, I've been to the whaling station, I have.
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
I'll just sleep a bit more.
Mrs. Sanders? Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
In der Akte wird der Zustand beschrieben, in dem Irene Sanders ins Riverside-Institut eingeliefert wurde, sowie die verabreichten Behandlungen. Fuller fügte handschriftlich eine Notiz hinzu. Er empfiehlt, sie in den psychiatrischen Flügel zu verlegen, um ihr die Ruhe und Erholung zu geben, die sie benötigt.
What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it.
Okay. Nehmen kann man ihn nicht. Aber vielleicht gut für Pierce.
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
Ih.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling.
Hypersalviation. Deutsche Sprache ist toll. Ah.
His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Sehe ich aus wie ein Arzt?
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Mach deine Arbeit richtig. Ich glaube, das war's soweit im Krankenflügel. Das dürfte der Empfangsraum sein.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Ethan.
Marie,
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only to me. I know you worry about me.
I trust you. I'm happy to see you.
Me too, Ethan. Is that all?
Well, there might be something else. I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh, there's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Dr. Colden.
Das bin ich.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Ey, ich bin immer noch angeschlagen von diesem Bosskampf. Also Bosskampf. Ja doch, war schon Cthulhu-Style. Das war...
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
I saw him, yes. It's always the same thing. They bring them up, without any explanation, with a multitude of self-inflicted injuries. We take care of the wounds, and then they leave. Each time, I feel like I'm sending them back to hell.
Their affliction is not our responsibility. You cannot save everybody, Doctor.
Aber ich kann's versuchen.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Die Akte ist unvollständig und Behandlungsdetails sind nicht vermerkt. Die übliche Praxis wurde hier nicht befolgt. Okay, an uns wurde experimentiert.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory. Please.
Okay.
I don't have any business in the boiler room.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh, well. At least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Ein Rezept für Barbiturate, ausgestellt von Dr. Fall.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
Lumo Delinquent. Diese pseudowissenschaftliche Abhandlung von Cesare Lombroso setzt die Morphologie eines Menschen in Kontext zu dessen krimineller Veranlagung. Die Ernsthaftigkeit der Studie und die Genauigkeit der Demonstration können einen uninformierten Leser täuschen. Okay, was sucht sowas hier? Als Negativbeispiel?
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Achso, hier ist dann die Administration. Locker Room. Warum nicht? Ich hab nichts bei mir, keine Lampe, kein gar nichts. Okay. Ich will nie wieder in so einen verkackten Lüftungsschacht. The Reference Book of Medical Sciences. Wie ein Wörterbuch behandelt dieses Werk in alphabetischer Reihenfolge alle bekannten und praktizierten medizinischen Wissenschaften. Für jeden der Einträge sind die Hauptwerke und die zuständigen Behörden aufgeführt. Okay. Cool. Ey, wie viele Gedanken die sich hier um die Bücher gemacht haben, was man hier alles findet. Nicht nur um Skills zu erhöhen, sondern wirklich...
I have little time for you, Doctor. You wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him.
That won't be necessary.
I will tell him.
Okay. Ich leg einfach an Feuer. Ist das Ablenkung genug?
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Bitte?
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly. Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Das Wasser abstellen macht ihr Probleme. Das wäre natürlich eine relativ einfache Lösung. Die Frage ist, gibt es noch andere? Bestimmt gibt es noch andere. Ich kann mir nicht vorstellen, dass ein Spiel, das bislang so viele Möglichkeiten gegeben hat, einfach nur diesen einen Weg kennt.
I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Hey Hausmeister, hau Donovan eine rein. Pow!
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Medizinkunde und geheime Wissenschaften. Dieses höchst interessante Buch, das für ein breites Publikum geschrieben wurde, zeigt, wie nicht anerkannte Wissenschaften die moderne Medizin beeinflusst haben. Magnetismus, überlieferte Geheimnisse, chinesische Akupunktur, Hypnose, Kräuterkunde, Alchemie und viele andere haben zu Beginn des Jahrhunderts in gewisser Weise die Medizinkunde bereichert.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Okay.
Where did my fiancé go? I hope those nutcases will stop.
Is everything all right, Ethan?
Yeah, I know I should go.
I will work until late.
Oh. All right.
Ethan.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long.
Ethan ist
Almost
süßer.
no patience here.
Do you want something?
Ich glaube, der Boiler Room ist tatsächlich die einzige Lösung. Vielleicht übersehe ich auch einfach nur was, aber tut mir furchtbar leid um die Schwester.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Er hat ja immer noch Schmerzen. Hörst du, wo auf das Ding jetzt dann zu touchen und tauscht es endlich aus? Und du stehst einfach nur vor dem Feuer.
Dr. Colden?
Dr. Colden. Was ist das für ein Saftladen hier? Wo war der verkackte Boiler? Administration. Motten. Wir sind eine Frau.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Geld? Nope. Wir brauchen ein Werkzeug. Ha. Bist du mit der Inventur fertig? Vibe. Ja. Und es bringt nichts. Ugh. Wir nehmen den Besen. Oh, oder das hier. Diese Verrohrung. Okay, nur für Drache zeige ich jetzt nochmal diese wunderschöne Verrohrung. Oh, hier aber auch. Hier, wunderschön.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Bin ich dumm? Wo ist die Administration? Ah! Block B. Kitchen. Hätte man hier?
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Ich hätte ihr Dünsch geben können. Nice. Okay. Bisschen Toilettenwasser da rein. Okay, nicht allzu sehr ablenken lassen.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
Game Studios brauchen Handwerker für besseres Game Design. 147%. Diese Verrohrung geht nicht.
Mrs. Donovan?
I'm busy. Elizabeth, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. But it's about the water.
What now?
It's off. It's not my fault.
Nothing is ever your fault. I told you to control the flow, even if I know it's not your strong point.
I've apologized 1,000 times.
I haven't counted that many, but then unlike you, I don't have time to keep track.
Please, Mrs. Donovan. I'm grateful to you for having kept me on despite that incident. I just need the water to be put back on. Otherwise, the bathroom will quickly become a nest of germs.
Very well. I'll finish what I'm doing, and then I'll fix your blunders once more.
Thank you, ma'am.
Out of my sight, go chatter with your colleagues. That's what you do best.
The last. The missing files must be hidden here. The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
Eine Studie über das Stendhal-Syndrom, eine besonders seltene Geisteskrankheit. Betroffene zeigen psychische Störungen aufgrund einer Reizüberflutung, wenn sie Kunstwerken ausgesetzt sind.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right.
Ist hier sonst noch was? Medicine Group Molded Record. Diese Walze war im Büro vom Faller versteckt. Er hat seine Gedanken zu einer der vielen Psychoanalysen aufgezeichnet, die er an Sarah Hawkins vornahm. Ach, er hat hier sogar... Komm, ihr dürft alle mithören!
Conclusions, session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key.
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here? The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Why is Ethan on medication? Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Ein teilweise verbrannter Schuh. Er scheint Sarah Hawkins gehört zu haben.
I must go back to the basement.
Hier alles mit Walöl beleuchtet. Dieses grüne Licht macht mich ganz kirre. Das ist die dämliche Luft da oben. Hi.
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Oh, I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book.
Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go! Rescue the doctor!
Thank you, Drake.
Kapitel 9 Riverside Institut. Das Buch projizierte Pierce in den Körper von Dr. Colden. Der Detektiv erlebte, wie die Freundin von Bradley ihre Ermittlungen durchführte. Mit den Experimenten von Fuller konfrontiert, betrat sie sein Büro und fand heraus, dass der Leiter des Riverside Instituts nicht nur Informationen über Sarah Hawkins, sondern vielleicht sogar ihre Leiche zurückhielt. Dabei wurde sie von Fuller entdeckt. Pierce muss sie retten, bevor es zu spät ist. Wir haben jetzt Necronomicon gelesen, weil wir dumm sind.
I pray that Colden is really here and alive.
Tagebuch der Frau von Reverend, Band 1. Das Tagebuch der Frau von Reverend Whitbot. Ehemann John erbaute gegen Ende des 17. Jahrhunderts das Anwesen der Hawkins, Hilltop genannt. Sie gehörten zu den ersten weißen Siedlern der Insel. Die vorherigen Bewohner verschwanden unter mysteriösen Umständen 3 Jahrhunderte zuvor.
An old diary.
Ich hab richtig Bock.
Right. Enough time wasted. Colden needs me. What the... Fuller, too.
Okay. Auch Fuller leidet an Schlaflosigkeit.
The Scylla is here. Like in the vision. Colden came this way.
What the fuck? You got to be fucking kidding me!
My God. What is happening? What was that? It's as if I'd been transported somewhere else.
Hä? Hä? What? Was? What? Nope. What? What? Okay. Wir können nicht durch die Tür. Medicine and Street Sciences. Okay. soll ich da... Es füllt meine Lampe auf?
What happened? Something has changed, but what?
Nein, mach's auf. Ich verstehe nicht. Ich bin unwissend. Hab aber an. Erstmal kacken. Ich verstehe nicht. Hier konnten wir vorher nicht rein. Jetzt sind wir hier drin, aber... Okay. Ja, hier war das Buch. Moment, ich habe ja verschiedene... Why can't I scroll? Why can't I put my lamp away? Change it. Jesus Christ, I'm so freaked out. The boss fight was... Oh, there. Okay, we're changing it again. Now we can go through. What? I don't. What?
Where have I seen this symbol?
On the fog. Ich will nicht mehr. No, Gropey, don't give me hits. I mean, I was at the boss fight for like a whole 5 or 6 minutes. Wait, what? Isn't that the Yesaja? Do I have to do anything? No? Wait, press left. Oh, I have to, okay. Okay.
Awaken and free me.
I don't want to, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. I fucking hate this fucking shithead. I need to change the lamp again. I need to change my lamp again. It's getting darker! Did you thought I didn't know this game? Where the fuck is the other lamp? What? Oh, and cats are doing terror. That's really good timing. Good timing, cats. There. No. Yes. Give me the lamp. I forgot where I had to go. It showed me another room, but I forgot. I don't want to. I want to be here. be here. Okay. It's the locker room. Alright. Fuck it. What? Let's come back from 10. Oh, fuck off. I firmly believe that this shit ain't working. This shit ain't working. Wait, where did it show? What? Bathroom for men. Could I actually go in there? No, I couldn't. Have to find the sign somewhere in administration, I guess. Jesus Christ. The sound isn't helping. The sound is not helping. At all. Es hilft nicht. Ich möchte... Oh, alright. Locker room is closed, lads. So I have to go to the men's bathroom. But I don't have the second room. Where is second room? Yeah, that ain't working. It's so fucking dark. It is so fucking dark. Oh, no, I'm here. My lamp isn't refilling anymore. My lamp isn't refilling anymore. Shit. Right, what do I do? What do I do? Find the room. Find the room. I can't. I literally can't. There's nothing here. I'm gonna die. Am I? There. Give me that. My lamp's empty.
It is trapped.
I was so close from dying. I don't want to see that game over, man. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Where do you want me to go? Oh. Where do I refill this shit, actually? Near the light? Yeah, here. Here's my save point. I'm not going anywhere without that shit. Not gonna happen, it's so fucking dark. Oh, I probably have to use the other lamp anyway. Oh, that's a nice symbol, isn't it? Where do you want me to go? To the main room, right? God. What is that noise? Of course I'm panicking. I already told you I'm not made for horror games. I'm sorry. Alright, so it showed that we need to go to the block B. Normally one could go through, I guess. Oh, there's another room, okay. So we need the other lamp. That's a brick wall. Let's go into enemy territory, because what could go wrong, right?
You are confronting powers that surpass you.
Okay, where do I need to go next? Shits ain't doing shit. But I got a safe route. Just gotta follow the safe route. Just gotta follow the safe route. But, like, the doctor took the key to the boiler room. Did I close that? Apparently I did. Guess there was nothing left here anyway. Scary skeletons. The thing is, this fucking monster killed me 3 times already. I shouldn't be scared at all, because I know what will happen. It'll grow dark, it'll jump out of the shadow, and boom! Done. That's what I want. I know what will happen, I know how I'm going to die, so... I shouldn't be scared, but... The spooks are real. Where do I need to go? Or was there actually a rune I missed? Oh, there was a door handle. Yeah, it seems like I need to get the next rune. Oh well, let's go to our friend then. It's so fucking dark. Wants to go through the wall, so we need to go to the next room. We're going to the next room. It's so dark. Ah! I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done with this fucking game. Oh! Oh my fucking god! Oh. Oh. I need a mental break. I'm not ready to hide or do shit. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I am not ready. What? There's a brick wall. Is there a brick wall? Go there somewhere else? Yeah. Yeah, I finally man up, and then the game said, "Nope, you haven't seen shit. You haven't seen shit."
It looks like things are back to normal.
Yeah, back to normal. I need to piss so bad, man. I need to take a piss so bad. I'm shaking. I'm a fucking libtard. I'm drinking soy. What the fuck? I'm shaking. This fucking game. Yeah, it was good. It was a good jump scare. That was a really, really good jump scare. That was nice, isn't it? I want to fucking end this chapter, please. What? Game, you can't do that. Give me a breather. Please, a little breather. Nice. That's nice, isn't it? It's an endless corridor, isn't it? If she stops singing, I'll die.
What's going on? It never ends.
I love how the game spasms just a little bit. Game, please! Just a little breather!
Damnation. That's me.
Oh God! I gotta get out. I got.
Pierce, I found her. I finally know what's going on. You must live and find the truth. It is already too late for me.
Colden? What's going on? Was it a hallucination?
Please take a seat and be quiet, Mr. Pierce. I'll be with you in a moment.
Stop whatever the hell you're doing and turn around now. No, it can't be. No! You son of a bitch! What did you do to her?
I wish I could have done more experiments on you, Mr. Pierce.
I said, what did you do to her?
You shouldn't be sorry for your friend. You should envy her.
Murderer! This madness must stop!
Colden?
What did they do to you? Can you speak? Sarah.
He gave him the gold and I the azure. I don't see him very often anymore. The green is stronger.
Are you feeling ill?
I'm here, but no.
Let's get you out of here.
It comes in my dreams. Our minds melt like colors on a palette.
Come with me.
It's as of the oldest green. Violent living, vibrant. A sea green, maybe. No.
Mrs. Hawkins, we must go before someone finds out.
Oh, but he will. He always knows these things when it's about me.
I have seen the same color. It was not as vivid as you said.
A pale copy. A discarded spawn.
Do you know what it was? Tell me.
I can't. We should not call his name. Terrible, terrible consequences.
All right. Come with me.
He will know. He will find us.
One more reason to hurry.
Have I seen you before?
Can you walk?
Maybe.
Then let's go before your husband finds us. It was in your studio.
What?
You painted me. That's where you saw me.
Of course.
What the?
Oh no.
This way. Come out of your hiding.
Alarm!
Wait. The machine. It's the green. The decaying one.
The gas.
Yes. It's not good for living beings.
We don't have time for that.
I am not moving until the wrong is set right.
Damn it.
Not helping. Not helping at all.
I'd be better off finding a tool. Perfect. All right.
I think she's actually cute, but I mean she's drawing the myth. Oh, fuck off, Charles.
Where the hell do you think you're going, woman?
I'm your puppet no more, you bastard!
You're my wife. My wife. You owe me obedience.
Holy shit.
Leave her alone! We're leaving this crazy island.
You are going nowhere. Don't get between me and my wife.
Doesn't seem to have superhuman strength, though.
Nobody tells me what to do with my wife.
Gonna chop off your fucking head, you cunt. Oh, yeah, scratch that with superhuman strength. Fuck!
No! Why should I let you take her away when I could snap your neck? All you did for her safety was throwing her in this rat hole. I hid her well enough. You let Fuller play with her. Stop. I did everything I could to protect her. But her identity, her power, is what threatens her. What? Sarah has seen things, has made things you can't even begin to imagine. Would you still save her if I told you that she is even more dangerous than I am?
She's weak, physically and mentally.
Do not make the mistake of thinking she's a feeble woman. Sarah has been in the presence of the myth for too long. Even if she were to leave Darkwater, she would still hear his call.
and the cult will always be here, waiting for her.
Then we get rid of its members.
You are out of your league, detective. They control the whole island. She will finally surrender to his power, and the world will fall with her.
Don't!
No one can escape the wheel of destiny, they say. But I will change it. I will save Sarah.
You didn't seem like you'd be a great ally anyway. Charles, what the fuck? Die already! Where did he get the axe from? Wo kommt denn die Axt her? Why don't you... But where did he get the axe from? Kapitel 9, Villa der Hawkins. Nach dem Tod von Colden dringt Pierce, geplagt von Halluzinationen, weiter in das Riverside-Institut vor und entdeckt Sarah Hawkins lebendig und als Gefangene von Dr. Fuller. Das letzte Gespräch zwischen Charles Hawkins und seiner Ehefrau offenbarte, dass er versuchte, sie vor dem Einfluss des Mythos zu bewahren. Er warnte Pierce, sollte Sarah den Verlockungen des Kults erliegen, so verlöre sie jeglichen freien Willen und ermögliche dem Kult seinen Plan umzusetzen, einen uralten, bösen Gott zu beschwören. Nun muss Pierce mehr über Sarah Hawkins und ihre Absichten erfahren und einen Weg finden, sie zu beschützen. Das passt ganz gut, Benjamin, weil wenn wir hier fertig sind, wenn die Scene hier fertig ist, bin ich auch fertig.
Knowing it's me that put him there. The guilt will never go away.
I feel your pain.
I'll do anything to get him back. Anything. My work was what lured me here in the first place. It began showing me things I never should have painted. Things Charles should never have seen.
What am I to you? I took care of you, saved you from your miserable life. You'll never find a man better than me. You owe me.
I owe you nothing. We'll leave now.
You're not going anywhere. You are mine.
Yeah, this cutscene is really bad.
Simon.
Come on. It's over now.
Alright. I think we're done here from today. My mental my mental stability is dropped way further than Pierce's. Did it save? Should have saved. This game, I mean, it has like the cutscene and the gameplay. There are some flaws, but beside that, it is awesome. It's just fucking awesome. It's amazing. I'm amazed on how not just the story, the atmosphere, the surroundings, the characters, the plot, the details. And that's really what hooks me. That is really what hooks me. Like, the world really feels like the world itself is logical. There hasn't been a single second where I thought, oh man, that's really retarded. Beside that little X thing. Yeah, okay, that was like, okay, where did he took the axe from? Okay, that's like a really minor detail. It could have been like the metal thingy. Could have used that. It doesn't matter. But like, it is a very logical world in itself. It really feels like 1924. Where Charles says, "You're my wife. You owe me obedience." Amazing, really awesome. I'm definitely gonna stream it tomorrow. It probably was. I'm definitely gonna continue streaming tomorrow that game. I'm hooked. I'm really hooked. Even though I am like the most beta Zeta fag there is playing this game, the biggest pussy alive. I want to finish it. I don't. Yeah, you're in the mind of a madman. Like, it feels as Pierce named it himself. He can't distinguish between dream and reality, and that is very amazing. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. again, European time, Berlin. If you want to join us then again, Gropey, watching me squirm and pausing the game every 5 seconds because I'm getting scared to death. I'm so nervous I can't stop my right leg from moving. What the fuck? That was amazing. The whole 2 lantern thing, Charles appearing, the painting, the Necronomicon, the fucking books. What the fuck? Oh. The fucking painting, man. Oh, we stepped the painting. Alright. So, yeah, so much happened. Like, it was only, quote-unquote, only 5 chapters. And, yeah, you wake up like, okay, we're gonna leave. And then you wake up after you dreamed about, I don't know, about Cthulhu, I guess. Or about some old one. Or some deep one. I don't know, man. And it really catches the essence of Cthulhu. You get more and more information. about the myth, about the Cthulhu myth, but at the same time you don't want to. You don't want to get to know more of the myth. Like, you know where it leads. You know it's getting worse. You're interested and intrigued by all the information, all the knowledge about Cthulhu, about the cultists, but at the same time you know it already has you in its grip, and it is not a gentle grip. It is gonna crush you like an insect, because you're so small, so insignificant as a human. And that is amazing, and the game catches that. The game really catches that. You're insignificant. It doesn't matter if you have a gun, a weapon, it doesn't fucking matter. Thanks for watching. Maybe I'll play Rogue in an hour, but I don't have much time. I have to work at midnight GMT +1 again. Maybe Gideon will stream. I want to finish this game. I want to see how Pierce discovers more of the Cthulhu myth and about the story of Darkwater and the cultists. I take that as a compliment, Kisbein. Timo, für dich nochmal ein Shoutout für den größten Meister Pen and Paper, was Cthulhu angeht. Ich hoffe, dich hat das genauso gepackt, und ich hoffe, du teilst meine Meinung, wenn ich sage, die Essenz von Cthulhu wurde wirklich gegriffen. Es ist wirklich, man ist auf der einen Seite neugierig darauf, immer mehr zu erfahren als Edward Pierce, und auf der anderen Seite weiß man, der Mythos hat einen im Griff und man wird zerquetscht wie ein Insekt, wie ein insignifikantes, als hätte man überhaupt keine Bedeutung, als wäre dieser Mythos viel, viel größer als alles, was man je sein könnte. Und das hat dieses Spiel bis jetzt wirklich großartig gepackt. Die Story, also die Geschichte ist großartig, die Charaktere sind großartig, die Atmosphäre ist bombastisch. Und der erste Bosskampf, den wir hier erlebt haben, gegen den Schlurfer, war auch ein Cthulhu-Bosskampf, wie man ihn sich nur hätte wünschen können. Nichts mit Ballern, nichts mit Schießen, sondern... Okay. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, mein Geschrei und mein Weichei-Sein hat nicht allzu sehr abgelenkt. Ich mache eine Pause, vielleicht streame ich noch eine Stunde Assassin's Creed Rogue. Vielleicht streamt auch Gideon, ich weiß es nicht. Ich brauche eine Pause, ich bin fertig. Ich kann nicht mehr. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Ich bin raus. Fick dich ins Knie, Alter.